now that we've talked about sequences, we're going to go to the next thing, which is series. And sequences and series are often confused in calculus. So what exactly is a series? Well, first we start with a sequence. And then once we have that sequence, we're going to start adding up different terms. So I'm going to use S for sum. S1 is just going to be the first term. S2 is A1 plus A2. S3, A1 plus A2 plus A3, etc. And so this is what a series is. It's whenever I add up these sequences. We're going to write this as the sum from k equal to 1 to infinity of ak. And this is an infinite series. The idea is we take a sequence and we're just going to add up all of the terms. So let's look at a few of these. The first one I'm going to look at, I'm going to add up 0.9 plus 0.09 plus 0.009 plus 0.0009. And we can see that if I add these up, I'm just going to get 9s repeated forever, which mathematically is the exact same thing as 1. So the value of this series is 1. Next, let's look at this one, 1 over 2 to the k. If I start writing these out, I have 1 over 2, 1 over 2 squared, 1 over 2 cubed, 1 over 2 to the 4th, etc. So what exactly does this add up to be? And we can figure that out using a square. So let's say this is a square and each side is 1. The first number is 1/2, so that's half of my square. The next is 1/4, so we're going to add in 1/4 of the square. We're then going to add in 1/8 of the square, 1/16 of the square, 1/32, 1/64, and you can see how the further we go along, the more filled in this square is going to get. And in fact, this sum is equal to 1. It's the area of this square. In general, with series, it's going to be difficult to find what they add to. There's only a few times we can actually figure that out. And these are two of the examples of where we can. Let's look at an example where it's not immediately obvious what it adds up to be. Here I have the sum from 1 to infinity of 1 over k squared plus 1. If I write these out, I have 1 over 1 squared plus 1, 1 over 2 squared plus 1, 1 over 3 squared plus 1, 1 over 4 squared plus 1, etc. So what exactly does this add up to be? Well, we can't immediately tell, but I can tell you that it converges. While we can figure out what a lot of our series add up to, a huge majority of them we're not going to be able to figure out exactly what they add up to. Instead, we're just going to be able to comment whether or not they converge or diverge.